4 people recovering from injuries after a semi-truck plowed into a home in Wellington. State troopers say they are lucky this was not worse. News specialist Mike Anderson explains why some hazardous materials made it especially tough to clear the scene.
Yeah, the road now opening up after a full day of working this scene. Troopers say it was especially difficult, not only because of the home, but because of the semi carrying a tanker full of crude oil.
A sudden impact shaking up this stretch of Main Street in Wellington.
I looked out the front door and I seen the truck in the house.
Randy Thane heard it from his house this morning just before 6:30.
At first I thought it might have been thunder, and especially when the power flickered.
The semi plowing through 6 cars parked in front of Thane's repair shop.
And how are those cars now?
Terrible.
Some of them tough to replace, like this 47 Chrysler, but that was the least of Thane's worries at the time as he ran over to help.
I was one of the first ones there, and we started pulling wood and blocks out of there, trying to get to Paula in there to get her out and help her.
Soon after, firefighters, police, and state troopers arrived, taking over those efforts.
Went through a power pole, a fire hydrant, some utilities, a field before crashing into the home here in Wellington.
2 adults were inside, flown to an area hospital in critical condition. The driver of the semi and a woman in the back cab taken by ambulance to an area hospital, but a 12-year-old boy inside the home avoiding any injury as he was in the front room instead of his bedroom, which Lieutenant Evan Kirby with the Utah Highway Patrol says was right in the path of the truck.
Luckily, nothing caught fire, which would have made this drastically worse.
About 10,000 gallons of crude oil had to be drained and hauled off before the semi could be moved. But out of this crash, state troopers are asking drivers to be careful.
Part of our investigation is starting to show that maybe drowsy driving was a factor in this crash. And as we go into the 100 deadliest days, it's really important to remember things like getting well rested before long trips.
State troopers are still looking into the cause of the crash. They're saying it's not clear whether the driver may have lost brakes or rather he simply couldn't stop as he slid over the soft dirt leading up to the home. Mike Anderson, KSL 5 News.